Hello and welcome to another Crimson Artist audio review. Today is going to be somewhat different and somewhat the same. This is the first triple feature review, unlike the double feature I did with my good buddy Steven for the animated films Wonder Woman and Doctor Strange. This is the only, that's like the only similarity is that I'm doing more than one review. The only differences for this particular review or reviews is that these are not based on a comic book. Yay! Yeah, I'm kind of getting sick and tired of all these comic book movies. I'm kind of getting burnt out. But don't worry, I'm still going to review the live-action Doctor Strange whenever that comes out. But the following reviews are one is animated, or stop motion animated. The other is a live action film based on a true story. And the final review is another Rooster Teeth web series that ended its first season not too long ago. Yes, I am finally reviewing Kubo the Two Strings, a film I wanted to see since it was released, but due to my senior year at Rutgers starting up, I just didn't have the perfect time to do so, but I finally managed to do. Right after Kubo, I will be jumping straight into my review for Tom Hanks's Sully. Then, to top off this video, will be my review for the Season 1 of Rooster Teeth's brand new animated web series, Cam Cam. Also, I'm going to try my best to review as many movies or web content as I possibly can. Some of these audio reviews will feature only movies or web series, mostly Rooster Teeth based, because you know me, I am a huge nerd for Rooster Teeth. Others will feature more than one film. I will basically try to do my best to see everything I can, despite me also dealing with senior college work this very year. I am a human being after all. So let's start this off with something quite elemental. Kubo and the Two Strings is the fourth stop-motion animated feature by Laika Entertainment, better known as the King of Stop-Motion or the Pixar of stop-motion. The film is directed by Travis Knight and it stars Charlize Theron, Art Parkinson, Ray Fiennes, Rooney Mara, George Takei, and Matthew McConaughey. That kind of surprised me. When I walked in, I was like, wait a minute, why does that voice sound familiar? Oh, wait, it's Matthew McConaughey. The film tells the story of a little boy named Kubo, who has these magical powers and has his left eye stolen from his evil grandfather. He joins the forces with a monkey and a man-sized beetle to unlock a secret legacy. With his powers, he must stop his evil grandfather and solve the mystery of his fallen father, who was the greatest warrior ever known. Going back in their previous work, Laika has succeeded on delivering a touching story about family, sacrifice, revenge, and love, while adding a mix of comedy, action, and a beautifully well-done stop-motion feature. Like I said, they are the Pixar of stop-motion. Every frame looks just perfect. The lighting, the cinematography is simply out of this world brilliant. The voice acting is beyond amazing, and it feels real. This is a pretty hefty family film that treats the audience well. This is by far the best animated feature I personally seen this year. If it were up to me, I would give the Best Animated Award to this film in particular. I personally think so. All the animated films Disney has made this year were expected to be either really good or just pretty decent. I didn't know what to expect from this. I'm hearing nothing but positive buzz revolving Cuba. I'm like, could it really be that good? Will there be a movie to finally to take its rightful place and take away that Disney reward, pretty much. I was hopefully, that's what I was going in. That's what I was expecting going in, because I'm hearing nothing but good buzz. And then I walked out of this theater, and I can safely say this is the best animated film of 2016. I'm giving this movie an A+. It had great story, topped with brilliant voice acting, cinematography, sound, and the use of stop motion is just incredible. A+ for sure. See it if you haven't already. Now let's talk about Sully. It is based on the true story about the famous air captain that made an emergency landing on the New York Hudson River and the effects that happened as a result of that emergency landing. Now, normally I would do some research on the behind the scenes of pretty much any movie. Who is directing, what is the movie about, but for some reason I didn't do it for this particular movie. All I knew going in was that Tom Hanks is starring in the movie. That's all I knew. But throughout the entirety of the entire time I was in the theater, I was like wondering, wow, why does the movie feel so familiar? It feels very distinct. Why does this feel like a Clint Eastwood movie? Because I've seen a lot of Clint Eastwood movies that he has directed. And wouldn't you know, the movie is directed by Dirty Harry. Now, and that is something I'm incredibly surprised and happy about because he is definitely a really good filmmaker. Now, the movie is getting a ton of acclaim from most people out there. What did I think of it? I thought it was pretty good. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it honestly could have been slightly better. For one, the performances for everybody was really well done. The cinematography, music, everything. The way the film was made was really well done. However, it is definitely not a film I would see again. It is certainly not a rewatchable movie, but it was interesting and it had a pretty inspiring tale. I would have loved to know more about Sully as a character, as a person. We know that he loved flying. He is flying for 40-something years, and he made this one emergency landing. And he's either regretting his actions or he doesn't know how to react to his actions at all. That was very interesting. But what about his upbringing? We only got one scene revolving how he started flying. Maybe if we could have had at least 2 more scenes of him progressing, but whatever. What we got is what we got, and I'm pretty okay with that. I know I could just read the book this is based on, but that's no excuse, especially if you're making a movie. However, yeah, what I did get, I loved it. It was good. I will definitely give it a B+. Definitely check this one out if you can. And let's top this off with Camp Camp, the new animated web series made by my favorite independent company, Rooster Teeth. You should already know that. I love this company. I love everything they do. I can't. Of course, it's gonna be an A+ for me. I love Camp Camp so damn much, and the thing that makes Camp Camp so distinct from their other works like Red vs. Blue, Day 5, Ruby, is that this show isn't chronological. It doesn't have a flowing narrative like Red vs. Blue has. This is just simply made for laughs. Just like what The Simpsons, back in the 90s at least, had to offer. The characters, David, Nikki, Neil, David, Nikki, these are such great characters. I love these characters. These are the funniest bunch I've seen in an animated web series, no less. Better than Red vs. Blue's characters, but I still love Red vs. Blue more. How weird is that? If I were to rank my favorite web content from Rooster Teeth, Red vs. Blue would be my number 1. Camp Camp would be my number 2. Day 5 will be my number 3, and Ruby will be my number 4. How weird is that? Camp, like, it's my second favorite, yet I like the characters more than Red vs. Blue. Well, then again, to be fair, Camp just only had its first season, and Red vs. Blue has been going on for, like, what, 14 seasons? Which, by the way, I am going to cover a fully fledged review for when season 14 does come to a close. But back to this show, like I said, the characters are rich, and the writing is the best I've seen from these guys in terms of comedy. I mean, what the hell, man? This is literally the funniest show they've ever done. I can't stop laughing each and every time I do happen to rewatch an episode. I'm just laughing my ass off. It's that good. However, I wish Camp played all year long instead of like 3 summer months, because it is something I look forward to every Friday. Camp is a marvelous delight from Rooster Teeth, and I can't wait for it to return, or hopes that they do a season 2. Pretty sure they will. Yeah, this is a definite A+. Pretty much everything they've done, I've loved. Camp, Ruby, Red vs. Blue, Day 5. Though Ruby had a like a small had a troubling start. So yeah, like that show is clearly evolving. Red vs. Blue, it had a lot of development, so that's why I'm giving that an A+. Day 5 is just incredible to the point where like you can tell that they put a lot of effort. See, the thing that makes any good show, not just Rooster Teeth, about anything, is the effort it takes to put into a project. If you can see that these guys put a ton of love and effort in any of their works, it's bound to be good. If you see a movie that has none of that, it's just like, oh, they're just making a cash grab movie. Clearly, there's no love, there's no effort. It's just made for money. But that's not what I get from this. You can see that there's love, there's passion, there is heart and soul put into all of their works. That's why I love Rooster Teeth. They're allowed to produce content the way they want to produce it, and that is the best. That's why I love this company. That's why they inspired me. They inspire me completely, 100%. Yeah. So that is my review for Kubo, Sully, and Camp. Let me know what you thought about either works in the comments section below. Hit like, subscribe for more Crimson Artist content just like this. As for the next audio review, I am aiming for the Magnificent 7 remake, as well as the Paul Verhoeven classic Starship Troopers. You might be wondering why, but you will see once that video comes up. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.